Tell me when you're ready. Okay. Welcome, everybody. I want to thank Senator Gonzalez, Representative Van Winkle, Representative Gray, and Senator Holbert. And if folks could quiet a little bit so our viewers at home can listen. We also have Brad, Amber, and Ben Wan in attendance. Wan in attendance. Stacy Lynn, Executive Director, Accountability Foundation. The Porter family, we have Mark, Sarah, and Marley. This bill is a long time coming. It's also the culmination of communities coming together to make it happen, make change. It builds on two previous bills, 18-1256, which dealt with pediatric administration of medical cannabis, and 2 years before, HB 16-1373, which was the first bill relating to cannabis administration brought by Senator Holbert. HB 16-1373 permitted administration by only a parent or registered caregiver. It was named Jack's Law at the time in honor of Jack Split, who got to see the bill signed into law, but sadly left us all too soon later that year. We're proud that Jack's mother, Stacy, is here with us to mark this ongoing fight and this occasion. And this bill, Jack's bill, got us off to a great start, and now we're really building on that. And I want to thank the family and Stacy. HB 18-1286 was named the Quinton Lovato bill after another pediatric patient. It expanded the list of those allowed to administer medical cannabis to school personnel or volunteer. But what it didn't do is make sure that school districts allow for administration. And again, a step further, but not always far enough to meet the needs of patients like Quinton and Jack and many others like them. Unfortunately, as a result of legal loopholes that were in the two bills, other patients and parents like Brad and Amber Wan, who are joining us today with their son Ben, weren't able to provide their child with the medication they needed that should be available for administration on-site at a school, where kids should of course be able to learn and grow without suffering negative impacts to their health. So Brad and Amber went above and beyond the call of duty, contacted everyone they could, their school district, the Douglas County School Board, the superintendent. They contacted me, they contacted their state legislators, exactly what citizens should do when they need a change. And to prove that no harm would come to school districts or schools or volunteers administering the medication, they wrote to the Colorado federal delegation, the former Secretary of Education, the DEA, the Department of Justice. It's a perfect example of citizen-led advocacy, exactly what makes all of our service in this building so meaningful. To be able to respond to those in need and help address the needs of them and their families. School nurses, teachers, and other volunteers can't be discriminated against for stepping up to administer medical cannabis. I'm pleased to sign this bill, which finally will treat cannabis the same way as other prescribed medicines. And I want to thank all those who put tireless and relentless work into this important step forward, building and honoring the legacy of advocacy in the past, and of course, with so many beneficiaries in the future. And with that, I'm proud to turn it over to Senator Holbert.
Thank you, Governor Polis. Last summer, I was on a Zoom call, yet another Zoom call, with school nurses. And we were going through the challenges of the constitutional difference between a doctor's recommendation for cannabis-based medicine and a prescription that allows a school nurse, any nurse, to work under the delegated authority of a doctor. And I asked during that, what if I just passed a law that said a doctor's recommendation was the same as a prescription? And they said, yeah, that would pretty much do it. Well, it's not exactly that, but I learned through this process, don't call it a prescription, but give the school nurses all the components of a prescription. A recommendation from a doctor, and then dosing instructions, a specific product, a specific amount, in a specific time frame. And with that, we have this bill. I was so excited to take this bill to Senate Education Committee. That has 7 members, and we need 4 to get it out of committee. And when I went to the committee that day, I knew I had 3 votes. It passed unanimously. And the moms, the dads, and the kids who testified that day, they deserve the credit for that unanimous vote. And I want to say thank you to all of my colleagues in the Senate for supporting this bill. There was one no vote on third reading, but that's okay. But all of the members of Senate Education, thank you for listening to the parents, the moms and dads, and the kids who testified that day. I'm proud of this bill, proud to be here with our governor to sign this bill. And right now I want to introduce my friend, and I hope my next state senator from Douglas County, Representative Kevin Van Winkle.
Well, thank you, Senator. Parents should not have to choose between their child's education and access to life-saving medication. And thanks to this bill, thanks to the governor for signing it, for Senator Holbert for his hard work early in session making it happen, to Representative Gray for joining me in this. Actually, 2 years ago, this has been a long road coming. And most of all, thanks to Brad, Amber, and Ben for your tireless work. You guys made this happen from beginning to end, and you're the driver behind it. Thank you so much, because so many parents, so many kids in the future of Colorado will be able to benefit from this great legislation. Thank you. God bless.
And I'll just echo briefly, in this space, the families who use cannabis for medicine have been the ones leading us. We haven't been the ones leading them. We've got Jack, we've got Quentin, we've got Ethan, we've got the family standing behind me today, but it's been folks who are really living this experience who have come and told us this is what we need. And when we've done well, we've acknowledged that, but I also want to acknowledge all of the other kids who don't have their name on a law, who haven't been able to do that, but will benefit from that as well. And when we do our best work, as the governor said, when we do our best work is when we listen, and then we respond and we deliver. So I am just very proud to be a part of this effort today, and thank you all so much for being here.
It's officially the law.